Alright, hey, so we're on to part 2 of the Archie Girls collection from MAC. I did the Betty side of the collection, which is the video right before that, which if you want to click here, you can go watch that before you watch this one, or you can watch this one and then watch that one. Just if you're interested in the collection, make sure you check out both. So right now we're going to talk about the Veronica side, which is my personal, more favorite, awesome, badass side. So let's get started on that right away. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the quad, which is called Spoiled Rich. This is a purple lover's dream quad. The colors in it are really awesome, and I've used them all on my eyes today. So it includes a lighter purple, what do they describe it as? A mid-tone orchid, and then a purple that reminds me of like a violet shade, a more like a deeper navy color, and then a kind of grayish, this is a lighter charcoal. They say it as a charcoal. I would say it's a little bit lighter. This palette has all sorts of textures going on as well. We've got frost, satin, frost, matte, so all goodness all up on my eyes. I used the second shade, which is Spoiled Rich, this one, on the lid. I used the first one, which is Pinup Purple, kind of to blend it out a little bit, so kind of all over the place. And then Run right here is the main color in the crease, and then a little bit of Gravel, which is the charcoal on the outer corners. So I really like this, and I talked about it in the other video. The packaging on this is really nice and sleek. It's got a nice mirror, and it's the mirror actually will stay up in any position that you want, which is so nice. So then the next thing here are pigments. There's 2 pigments for Veronica, and they are called Black Poodle and Magic Spells. They describe Black Poodle as a blackened pink. You're not going to really see the pink. There's a little bit, I mean, if I'm looking right at it, I could see the pink and the sparkles. I really don't think that's going to transfer onto the eyes. I did not use this color on my eyes, but in the swatch, I mean, it's pretty black. You're gonna maybe a little bit of the sparkle if you put it on top of something super sticky or use it wet, but I definitely would say that is black. The other one, Magic Spells, is such a really cool color. It's called Black and Teal, but I definitely see more of the teal in it than I do with this blackened pink. So it really looks cool when I swatched it, and I think that it would transfer really nicely if you used it wet. I used it today a little bit in the crease. I used it dry. Couldn't really tell how awesome it was. I kind of ended up covering it up and blending and all sorts of stuff, so you can't really tell anyways. But this color is really neat and would be a really cool color for to create kind of a smoky eye, like our backwards one where like it's dark on the lid and kind of fades upward. Then the next thing are the Pro Glide Intense eyeliners. These are awesome. So when I did the Betty review, I talked about there was a black and a bronze Pro Glide, and they had some sparkle in them, but you couldn't really tell. Well, you could tell when you swatched it, but not so much on the lid. These you can tell. So the first one is Petrol Blue, and it has a really cool shimmer in it, a nice lighter blue shimmer to it. And then the next one is Designer Purple. I actually use this one underneath the eyes, and I put a little bit of the second purple in the quad just to kind of blend it out a little bit, but you could definitely see that sparkle without covering it up. So usually when I put eyeliner underneath the eyes, I cover it with an eyeshadow to kind of intensify it. These you don't really have to because they're already really cool. The last thing as far as eye products go here is the Opie Lash Mascara, and this is called Bad Black. And it's described as a saturated intense black with extra volumization. I really didn't notice the difference between this and the Betty one, which I think is just the normal Opie Lash. Maybe you do. If you were going to get one of the two, I would say this, because why not? With mascara, I'm always like the more awesome and the more cool black greatness, volume, everything, the better. The brush on these is monstrous though, just so you know. The mascara I use all the time has a much smaller brush. So this one, I mean, there's the difference there. So this one I was kind of like, oh my god, what do I do with it? The cheek products. So the cheek, the first thing is the Pearl Matte Face Powder, and this is called Veronica's Blush, and it's got really cute hearts and it is silvery pink, and then it has deep pink hearts. This one is much cooler toned with the silver, obviously. I have it right around here. I really like these pearl mattes. I think they're really interesting, and I like the glow that they give, but I think that I like the one from Betty better than this one. It's a little bit warmer, and I just like the way it looked a little bit more. The blush is called Prom Princess, and it is this violet pink, and it is pretty intense. I have it on now, but I put it on very lightly and then blended it out with a dry brush just because it was a lot for me, especially with the whole everything going on right now. But this is probably not a color that I would buy myself, but it might work for darker skin tones. Okay, and then onto the lipsticks. I have 2 of the 3. The first one is Ronnie Red. I really like this color. It's just a bright red. It's on the warmer side, but it fits with Veronica, and I really do like it. And it is a matte, which I love. Matte reds are the best kind of matte. The other one is called Daddy's Little Girl, and this one is a violet pink, and it is a satin. It's another really pretty color. And then finally, I have one of the 3 lip glosses. This is called Feelin' So Good, and it is described as a deep blackened plum. I do not like this at all. It looked like I smeared grape jello onto my face. It really didn't apply evenly. I mean, my lips also, I'd been swatching all day, so they probably were a little bit chapped, which does not help with lip gloss at all. Lip glass, at least, does not help at all. But I really would never ever wear this color ever in my life. But of course, that's just me. It obviously would work better with darker skin tones, but for me it was just doom and gloom, no me gusta. And then last but not least are the nail polishes, which I mentioned in the other video as well. I'm not a huge fan of MAC nail polishes. I think they're incredibly overpriced, but I will tell you about these anyways. So the first one is called Double Trouble. It is a deep navy, and it's a cream, and this one I had a little bit of trouble getting it to apply evenly. It was kind of not my favorite as far as all the nail polishes go. Then the other one is Past Curfew, which is this deep berry shade. The color is definitely cool, and it was a nice cream. But again, I don't think these colors are incredibly unique, and I think you could find them for somewhere else for a lot cheaper. So I talked about the prices in the last video. Lipstick, lip gloss, and Pro Glide are all $16.50. The mascara is $17.50. Pigments $23. Nail polish is $17.50. Blush $22. The face powder is $30, and then the quad is $44. My favorites for this side of the collection, I love this palette and Magic Spells. Thank Leesha, the pigment. I'm like, what is it called? Oh, and then that was the other thing I forgot to say. As with the Betty side, on all the products that are Betty, there's a picture of Betty. On all the products that are Veronica, you get a sweet picture of Veronica, which I thought was kind of a cute thing. The only thing that they didn't do this with are the quads and the face powder. They just have all 3 of them. And then the nail polishes don't have any different packaging except for the tops being white instead of, I believe they're normally black. Yes, black. Alright, so that is all for my Archie Girls Double Trouble videos here. This collection came out in stores today. It came out online last week. So I will have more pictures and stuff on my blog. So let me know what you guys are picking up from this collection, if anything. And I will see you soon. Bye!